Welcome to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. I'm Mischa Stanton.
And I'm Mayanna Berrin.
Today, I would like to discuss one of the most fundamental questions of the lore of the Kingdom Hearts universe.
I can feel Mischa's glee just like emanating in the room.
One of the, I think, first and most immediate big questions that any newcomer to the series might have upon glancing at any of the promotional marketing materials for the game. What is a Keyblade?
What up with that key, though? What that key do?
What that key do, girl? Yeah, so today I want to talk about what is a Keyblade.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, so let's start with the basics, right?
Yes, like mechanically, video games wise.
What is a Keyblade?
What is a Keyblade?
A big key.
A big key.
What hit things?
What hit thing?
You
with
hit
sword.
thing with big key.
Sometimes you have a sword. Sometimes you have a boomerang. Sometimes you got a big key. Big key to hit stuff.
Yeah. No other video game franchise gives their protagonist a big key to hit things.
I don't think I think you're right.
And that really makes Kingdom Hearts stand apart.
Groundbreaking, some might. Brave heart. Brave in heart.
That's a Keyblade.
It is, I know. The Keyblade is an iconic thing.
Yeah.
And it is also the thing you can buy now for your child's Halloween costume at Party City.
Yeah.
Which means it has become a cultural icon.
That's how you know you've made it, is if you can buy it for
at
your
Party
costume
City.
at Party City.
If people know what it is enough to buy it at a Party City. Yeah, I love the Keyblade. I think it's a cool, interesting weapon. The design of it is so lovely. I also, and this is Mayanna lore, I love keys.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, yeah.
They're so interesting looking.
Yeah.
And I remember specifically when I was in like elementary school, my school had like a key, just a big gold key that I think was representative of some award or something.
Okay.
And every once in a while I would go into the admin office and they'd be like, "Do you want to look at the key again?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Mayanna. Mayanna.
And they'd let me look at it and hold it sometimes. Maybe it was a paperweight. It might have just been a really nice paperweight that had Mischa's face.
So what is a Keyblade? It's a key that is big enough that you can use it like a sword.
Yes.
The most basic version of it is called the Kingdom Key.
The Kingdom Key. That's the first one.
It's the first one. It's Sora's Keyblade. It's the most basic sort of thing you can imagine.
Yeah, it's like silver with gold accents and a little bit of blue.
Yep, the teeth of it look like a crown because it's Kingdom Hearts, and it's got a keychain on it that looks like a Mickey head.
Yep.
And it's really just the most basic form of it. And the reason that's the most basic form is because over the course of the Kingdom Hearts games, you can make it look like a ton of different things that make it look so cool.
It's so cool. And those are the keychains that you find when you complete the different worlds that you go to throughout the game.
Yeah. So the basic features of Keyblade, there's the blade, the general long...
The hit part.
And
then there's the hold part.
Well, there's the hand guard, and now Sora holds it so naturally.
Yes.
Other Keyblade wielders in the games hold it like they were born to wield this weapon.
Yes.
If you tried to hold a Keyblade, the hand guard is so big and obstructive.
Yes.
Like it would hit your arm, I feel like.
It would hit your arm. I think Sora's basic battle pose is like a deep squat, and he holds the Keyblade with two hands sort of off asymmetrically to the left.
Almost like he's going to hit a baseball with it.
Yes, and I think what's smart about that is the guard is not hitting his leg or his hands.
Yeah.
But it is, like the guard, because of the shape of it, you'd have to hold it pretty far away from your body at all times.
Yeah, and you'd have to, if you rotated it in your hand at all, like there's not a lot of space to not have it hit your forearm constantly.
No,
I
remember my brother got like a metal one, like back in the early days, before we had good shit.
Before we had Party City,
you had to buy like a Keyblade on like... not even eBay. I don't even know where, but like there'd be places that would sell them. But there was this metal one that my brother had, and the handguard was not fixed, so it spun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does that make it less effective as a handguard for combat?
It absolutely does, because you never know where it's going to kind of land.
Right.
The hilt part, like the actual handle, had this kind of spongy sports cover material. So it was easy to hold, but it was really strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another big feature of Keyblades is their keychains,
Yes.
which are sort of little mementos that people give to Sora and others, and he can clip them to the bottom of the Keyblade and turn them into different forms.
Yeah,
that
they
have
change
cool
their
abilities.
appearance because of whatever their natural properties are.
Right.
Which is awesome.
Now, before we get too much further in the episode, I just want to be clear. All of the different forms that the Keyblade takes throughout the games have different names with different abilities, and you can equip them.
And different appearances, yeah.
In the lore of Kingdom Hearts world, they are not different Keyblades.
No.
They are different forms that Sora's Keyblade takes.
Yeah, it's like wearing a new costume.
It's exactly what it is.
The keychains are the things that change the appearance of the Keyblade, but Sora's Keyblade is uniquely his.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And that is because it is a magical weapon. Another fundamental feature of a Keyblade is that it is a magic weapon.
Yeah, it apparates.
Yes.
It appears and disappears when Sora is in danger. And so storage, not a problem.
Yep. Yeah, it's not like you have to have a Keyblade sheath that you keep on your back.
Yeah, there's no sheath. There's no place where it affixes to on his body, which is kind of awesome just because it frees you up during world exploration and stuff.
Oh, it's anime as hell to summon your giant weapon from
out of
nowhere.
like a little beam of light that just appears in your hand.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
It's anime as hell.
Yeah.
It also has some other magical properties. Like, for example, because it's a giant key and it's magic, it can open any door or lock.
Yes.
So you see Sora opening locked gates with big old keyholes on them, or that's why he can tap a treasure chest
and
have
open
it, because he's using the magical keyness to unlock the chest.
Hell yeah. Except for that one where you have to light all those candles in Traverse Town. That's the only one he can't unlock.
Yep.
Without doing a little puzzle.
Yeah.
I hate that puzzle. Can't stand that puzzle.
And doesn't make any sense with the lore they established later.
No.
And that's a thing that's going to come up a lot in this episode, I feel like, is that the lore they were building around Keyblades in Kingdom Hearts 1 is after they realized it was going to be a game series, they changed some stuff about
100%. And as you do, you build what you need for the time that you need it, and then you just change it and everybody embraces it who is down.
Right. And another big part of the magical weaponness of it is it's one of the only weapons that can do substantial harm to a Heartless.
Yes.
The major antagonists of the game.
Yes.
In Traverse Town, you meet the character Leon, who's trying to defend people from Heartless.
With his gun sword.
He's got a gun sword. It's from Final Fantasy VIII. We don't have to talk about that here. But he's attempting to sort of beat back the Heartless, and he can't seem to do any damage to it with a mundane weapon.
Yeah.
And so Sora comes in and hits with a Keyblade, and all of a sudden he's really hitting them.
Yeah, and I think also there's a visual design element in Kingdom Hearts 1, and I think it carries on in the rest of the games, which is when you beat a Heartless, a little heart, flies away from what is the Heartless's corpse.
Yeah, it's sort of destroys the darkness
around
inherent in the being, which leaves behind a heart of pure light.
And then it's free. Whatever darkness was controlling it or
keeping it down.
Keeping it down. Keeping it from defying gravity. Sora's Keyblade frees it, and then it can into the sky, That's exactly the notes, and I will not be told otherwise.
That's not even the song that Idina Menzel sings in this game series.
Oh my God, I know.
We'll get to that later.
I also think it's funny, and I was just thinking about this the other day, that Idina Menzel has now played 2 misunderstood spellcasters whose songs are really hard to sing and have influenced generations of young girls.
Yep.
It's 2 nickels. 2 nickels.
It's weird that Idina Menzel did that twice. Yeah. So that's a Keyblade in a nutshell. Another feature of them being magical is actually they sort of imbue the person holding it with some magical instincts about how to use it. Yeah. That sort of, there are moments when Sora goes, I don't know what to do. And he kind of looks down at the Keyblade, and the Keyblade kind of either gives him a vision of the answer or kind of moves his body slightly. In order to show him what he's supposed to do with it. Guys, we're the Keyblade. The player is the Keyblade. I'm thinking about how true that is.
Think about it.
I'm thinking about it.
We're the guiding key.
Oh,
our hearts.
Okay, you said the thing, and now I'm slightly further in.
Are the guiding key.
Okay, all right. Yeah, for sure.
It's fun to get your mind blown on like a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, that's so true. So that's what a Keyblade is. So it's really important to the world because obviously these magical happenings are happening and normal weapons can't stop it.
No, yeah. Sora is one of the only people on Earth who can like push back the threat in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
Before it overtakes everything.
Yeah. And in Kingdom Hearts 1, that is super important Sora, because in Kingdom Hearts 1, this is the Keyblade.
The Keyblade.
The Keyblade.
Capital T-H-E, the Keyblade.
And the Keyblade has chosen Sora as its chosen wielder.
Yeah.
And that makes him uniquely important to the universe.
Yes. But not for long.
Yeah, and so you go through all of the game, and the fact that there's only one and that it chooses its wielder, whoever's the strongest heart around, like, is fundamental to the crux of Kingdom Hearts 1.
It's a really special, interesting thing because, as we discussed a little bit in another episode, Sora at a certain point loses his faith a bit, and loses access to the Keyblade for a short amount of time.
Right, it goes to Riku.
Yeah, which kind of opens up this really interesting question, which is, can the purest of heart be tempted or changed or weakened, and then somebody else can sort of, via magical election almost, gain access to the most powerful weapon for defeating the darkness?
Right.
Yeah.
So it sort of puts Sora in this incredible chosen one position.
Yes.
Which is then undercut in the climax of the game, actually.
Yeah.
Because you spend this whole time, who is pure enough to wield the one Keyblade that exists is fundamental to the character arcs of the main characters of Kingdom Hearts 1. And then you go through it all. Riku is possessed by a guy obsessed with darkness. You defeat him with your Keyblade.
Classic stuff.
You seal him behind a door. And then King Mickey Mouse shows up in silhouette on the other side of the door. And he says, it needs both of us to close it, one on either side. And he holds up a Keyblade that is almost identical to Sora's.
But its colors are inverted, which is really interesting.
Well, but you spend the whole game being like, Sora's the Keyblade guy.
Yeah.
So how come Mickey has one?
How come Mickey has one? But you're also like, well, it's Mickey Mouse, so of course he would.
Right.
But
I can't imagine a world where Disney would make this game and not be like, and Mickey can have one.
Yeah, like, I remember as a child getting to that point and just being like, oh my God! Like, it's such a fun reveal because also throughout the whole game, they've been teasing Mickey Mouse the whole time.
Talk about haunting the narrative.
Truly haunting the narrative.
So, at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, it's sort of like, well, I guess Sora's not the only one because there's that second one.
Yeah.
And then it's sort of described in like ancillary bits and like supplemental materials that like Mickey went on a quest to find the Keyblade from the realm of darkness.
Cool.
Which is where he is on the other side of that door.
Yes.
He's in the realm of darkness, and he goes there specifically to find the Keyblade from that realm, which is sort of the mirror of Sora's Keyblade from the realm of light. And so you need both of them from either side of the door to close the door.
To close the door specifically, called Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, well, is the door Kingdom Hearts or is the door leading to Kingdom Hearts?
I think the door is part of it.
I think in the first game, the door is Kingdom Hearts.
I think so,
and then
too.
later, they changed their minds.
Oh!
We're going to have to talk about that in the episode about Kingdom Hearts The Thing.
Kingdom Hearts The Thing that is named after the game.
Yes. So that is the thing we'll have to talk about separately.
Yes, please.
But at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 there, so you have Sora's key and you have Mickey's key, which is specifically from the realm of darkness. And you're like, okay, so there's a Keyblade from light and a Keyblade from darkness, and they found both of them. Great.
Great. We did it. 2 whole Keyblades.
Two, but no more than 2,
But no
right?
more than 2
They
whole
give
Keyblades.
sort of a reason why there's only these 2.
Yes.
And then you go through Chain of Memories, and it's just Sora and his normal Keyblade.
And we're popping off.
We're popping off. I love Chain of Memories. We'll get to it later.
Okay,
but
deck builder, we get you.
I love a deck builder so much.
I will try to fall in love with Chain of Memories. I love Chain of Memories exclusively for Nominee. I find Chain of Memories extremely difficult to play. But that being said, I am 31 now, so maybe my mind has changed.
And here's another bit. Play Chain of Memories again after having played Blueprints, a video game that came out recently.
Oh my God.
How much of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory is Blueprints?
Wait, what?
Every time you go into a new room in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory, you have to draft what room it is from a card.
Oh my God.
It's Blueprints.
Oh my God, I forgot that. A la Chain of Memories. Anyway, Keyblades.
Anyway, so Keyblades. So in Chain of Memories, they don't really change the lore of Keyblades very much. And then you get to Kingdom Hearts 2. And Roxas has a Keyblade.
And you're like, hold on.
And you're like, hold on.
And specifically, he has a Keyblade that you've seen Sora wielding before.
It's the same one.
Yep.
At the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, Roxas, a different character, also has the Kingdom Key.
Yep.
Sora's Keyblade.
Yep.
And a lot of the questions that get brought up in that sequence are like, why does Roxas also have one? All of the characters in the game are also confused why Roxas also has one.
Yes. And then they get double confused because then Roxas suddenly also knows how to wield 2 Keyblades.
2 Keyblades, which is like, Sora couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
Mickey couldn't even do that.
No, how the hell does this blonde boy I've never seen before?
And I only recently started caring at all about.
And now I care about so much, it's crazy.
Yeah.
How does he get to wield 2 Keyblades? What's going on?
Right. So that's a big mystery. But eventually the answer to that is because he has intrinsic existential ties to Sora as a person.
Yes.
And that makes kind of sense.
It does make sense. It's also just a really badass thing to be like, you're reading Famitsu or Game Informer. It's 2009.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, Kingdom Hearts 1 was so cool and badass.
Yeah.
I am 14. I'm having so much fun. And then you see a character wield two Keyblades and you go, that's the coolest thing I could ever think of. And now it's happening. Dual wielding Keyblades.
Keyblades akimbo.
So many Keyblades.
So that is cool. But again, it's fundamentally tied back to Sora, the one guy who has a Keyblade.
Yep. And then
later in Kingdom Hearts 2, Riku, who famously didn't have a Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 1 and had to steal Sora's, basically.
And then get a spooky dark one that wasn't really a real one.
Yeah, which was obviously like set up by the narrative as like, this is artificial. We had to make it specifically for this evil purpose. It's not like a real Keyblade.
It can only do one thing, and it's manipulating the emotions and hearts of people and turning them evil.
Right.
It can't even do the thing that a Keyblade's supposed to do, which is seals the doors to darkness.
Right.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden,
oh boy,
Kingdom Hearts 2, Riku shows back up, and he's got a Keyblade.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Great, that makes sense, I guess.
Riku's a cool
got
guy.
A Keyblade, yeah.
And I'm glad he has one because now I can stand for Riku even harder.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really line up with the previous explanations of how Keyblades work.
Yeah.
And also because it looks like his old sword, which was evil. Like it's sort of built out of his sword from the first one.
It's his old evil sword with a little angel wing at the top.
Yeah, it's like, so his sword in Kingdom Hearts 1 and Chain of Memories kinds of looks like this like dark dragon wing with like an eye in the hilt.
It like felt like a fish skeleton to me as well. It's very ominous.
It's giving evil.
It's giving super evil.
Yeah. And then in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's got like a little angel wing coming out of the tip of it.
And the handguard has like another wing and then like a curvy bit. Yeah.
And it's a Keyblade now.
And you're like, well, like Riku, which we will get to in the Riku episode, goes on quite a journey, especially in Chain of Memories, because like one of the fun things about Chain of Memories is like you beat Sora's story and then you get to play as Riku, and there's like a whole second part of the game where he gets to kind of do some character development stuff, which is great. But like you get the sense by the time Riku gets a Keyblade, you could make that argument of like he's gone through a lot of stuff to like make peace with the darkness and like who he is, and you're like, okay, cool, maybe the Keyblade is a manifestation of that journey, of that like road to worthiness kind of a thing.
And his Keyblade specifically is called the Way to Dawn.
The Way to Dawn.
The way out of the darkness.
The way out of the darkness, exactly.
So it is sort of the first moment where you go, okay, so it's not the Keyblade.
There's a Keyblade.
It's you have a pure heart and you get a Keyblade. Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think the Roxas bit of it actually like prepares you to be open for that.
Yeah.
Even though the reason Roxas has a Keyblade is like it's because Sora has one.
It's because Sora has one. In Roxas, you learn over the course of the tutorial segments of Kingdom Hearts 2 is like, okay, Roxas is clearly linked to Sora in some way that the narrative is hinting at, but has not made quite clear to you yet.
Yeah.
But Riku having one kind of cracks open this idea of like, okay, yeah, so other people can have them.
Right.
Cool. And
then he gives one to Kyrie. And it's pink and orange and has a bunch of flowers
on it. And then Kyrie jumps off like a balcony and goes like swan diving into combat. And a thing we've never seen her do.
And it's not even like a magical girl transformation moment. She's like, he literally just hands it to her and is like,
he's
all
like,
right,
this
let's
is
go.
yours now. Yep, this is yours now. And I'm glad she has one.
Yes.
But that for me was the moment where I felt for the first time deeply unspecial. It felt like this moment where this symbol of being the protagonist of the video game becomes a thing anybody can kind of just have, maybe, I guess.
And it extra sucks that giving Kyrie one is the reason you feel that way.
I agree. And I want to try and recontextualize that because I'm talking about feelings I had when I was like 15 years old. And I think Kyrie, and we will get to this, Kyrie is representative of a very interesting like under thread of misogyny across the Kingdom Hearts games. And so I'm sad in my heart that moment made me feel that way because I think it's really cool that Kyrie has a Keyblade. Mm-hmm. And I think it's really cool. You know, it rings for me the way that one Marvel moment at the end of Endgame, spoilers for Endgame, where all of the female Marvel characters like walk in a power line.
Oh, you mean the characters that really have had nothing to do with each other except for the fact that they all
are women.
I
know.
Yeah. It does feel like that.
I know. And so like I want to be happy for her. And so I am. Like I have grown past these feelings. A lot of bitches got Keyblades. Like so many people be getting Keyblades in these games.
Right. So by the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, like Sora's got a Keyblade.
Riku's got a Keyblade.
Kyrie's got a Keyblade. King Mickey has a Keyblade.
Roxas has a Keyblade.
Sora, in certain moments when he can tap into that nature, has two Keyblades. So now at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, we're sort of like, okay, Keyblade wielders are a class of folks.
Yeah, Keyblades have a different connotation. And at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, you get these like secret movies after the credits roll.
Yeah.
And you get them in Kingdom Hearts 1, you get them in like 1.5. Like oh my God, they will feed you for years.
That's the thing where they just like flash a bunch of random words across the screen and you're like, what does it mean?
What does it mean?
What does it all mean?
But the one at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2
my favorite one, to be clear.
I know, it's iconic. The Keyblade Graveyard.
Yeah, you show up, there's like a blasted heath and there's like 3 Keyblades in the middle of a field and it's like Sora's Keyblade, Riku's Keyblade, Mickey's Keyblade are standing there.
Yeah.
And then 3 like random people come up and pull them out of the ground. And they already have Keyblades, so now everyone's dual wielding with some from the main characters and some from their own. And then you zoom out and there's a giant field full of Keyblades of the dead. Yeah,
the dead. And specifically they're in like a crop circle formation that's a giant X.
Yeah, it's like a crossroad.
It's a crossroad, and where grass would be, it's just so many Keyblades.
Yeah.
And that implication is horrifying.
Yeah.
And you don't know what it means yet.
And you don't know who those people in armor are who have their own Keyblades already.
And worst of all, Mischa, you got to do college applications because you're 15.
Right.
And you have to start thinking about your future or whatever.
And you can't use the fact that you were the moderator of the Kingdom Hearts 3 speculation and theories section of the Kingdom Hearts fan forum on your college application because that doesn't mean anything to anybody. Until you're 33 and you're making a podcast.
Finally! My years of training in the darkness.
Vindication!
Yes.
So all of a sudden, like, you've slowly been teasing out, like, okay, maybe there's more than one Keyblade wielder until the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 2, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
There's so many.
So many.
What is happening?
How did this happen? Where are we?
And so you go to Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which that secret ending was a teaser for.
Yes.
Which is a prequel to Kingdom Hearts 1. It takes place 10 years earlier, and it follows 3 Keyblade wielders on the road to taking their mastery exam with a master, which obviously means there has been a system in place to train Keyblade wielders for generations.
For many, many, many years.
Just by the premise of the game, it implies that.
A long and glorious tradition, to quote Wallace Shawn in The Princess Bride.
Right, exactly. So at which point you're sort of forced to be like, all right, where are these things coming from? Like, I thought they were magic. I thought they came from a cosmic source and they chose people, but apparently anyone can be trained.
Yes.
And one thing that comes up in Birth by Sleep that sort of becomes a larger and larger facet of the series, of the lore, is that a Keyblade master may bequeath the ability to wield a Keyblade to another person.
That is fascinating.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it kind of creates this weird lineage thing.
Right.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of All Might in My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Which is like there's a power, but we pass it down to a selected few based off of certain criteria, or like the Captain America serum, where it's like, this can only be given to someone who's a really good person because it amplifies all of the traits intrinsic to that person.
Right.
And so by extension, choosing like an apprentice, which also feels so Disney to me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, classic Mickey, the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yeah, actually, the Sorcerer's Apprentice from Fantasia from 1940, the titular sorcerer in that is in Kingdom Hearts. His name is Yensid, which is Disney backwards. And he is Mickey's Keyblade master.
Yeah.
Mickey is his apprentice. Yensid is the guy who gives Mickey a Keyblade.
This is haunting because it means that there's a version of the world where Yensid, the sorcerer with a long white beard, had a Keyblade wielding backstory past.
He did. And
I want to see the art of hot young Yensid in his cool Kingdom Hearts fit. Kingdom Hearts Keyblading all over this bitch.
Oh my god, the guy in the blue robe from Fantasia.
He used to fuck, guys.
He's got too many zippers and too many belts.
Somebody draw it, please. That's incredible, actually. Well, what that also implies, too, is that there's this interesting, like, mirror thing of there are Disney characters with Keyblade wielding pasts bequeathing their Keyblades, and then there's, like, Square Enix-esque characters with Keyblade wielding pasts bequeathing their Keyblades as well. It's very interesting.
I do think that Mickey is the only Disney character who is a Keyblade wielder.
Yes, I think you're right. Canonically so far. Well, the other thing, too, is, okay, so Ventus, Aqua, and Terra, who are the three playable protagonists. Iconic, by the way.
Yeah.
The fun gameplay thing in that one is you're playing through the same Disney worlds, but you're playing through them 3 different times at 3 different stages, each controlling a different Keyblade wielder,
right.
Ventus, Aqua, or Terra, who are all best friends. But do they all have the same master? Because I think Terra has a different master, doesn't he?
No, so Terra, Aqua, and Ventus have this master. His name is Eriquis.
Eriquis, which is square backwards.
Which, it was just...
So fun.
One is square backwards and one is Disney backwards. You see what they're doing?
Yes.
So Eriquis is their master, and he's sort of... The beginning of the game is him kind of adjudicating the Mark of Mastery exam for Aqua and Terra. And I believe one of the first things that happens is like they are officially graduated to Keyblade Master.
That's so great. And then Ventus is like the little brother who's like, wow.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
And the thing about Eriquis is that when he was a child, he was a Keyblade apprentice with one other student named Xehanort.
Uh-oh, not that name.
So it turns out Xehanort is the ultimate villain of the first 13 games of Kingdom Hearts.
He certainly is the baddest boy.
Right. So what happens is Eriquis sort of brings in his old friend Xehanort to teach his students, and in doing that, Xehanort sort of corrupts Terra to the dark side and has this plot that involves separating Ventus's light from his darkness in order to summon Kingdom Hearts that way. He wants Kingdom Hearts for nefarious purposes.
Of course.
But that makes Xehanort also a Keyblade master.
Yes.
The ultimate villain also has a Keyblade.
That's so
the
sick.
symbol of light from the first game. So it really makes you go, well,
what does this mean?
So I guess Keyblades can go to anybody. And again, I want to come back to this bequeathment ceremony. So the way giving a Keyblade to a new person works is that a Keyblade master allows someone else with a strong heart to hold their Keyblade. They sort of hand their Keyblade from themselves to someone else. And in so doing, sort of activates that person's ability to summon a Keyblade when their heart becomes strong enough. So over the course of Birth by Sleep, Terra bequeaths his Keyblade to Riku, who is a child on Destiny Islands.
Okay.
Aqua almost by accident,
Yes.
bequeaths her Keyblade to Kairi when
Yes.
she is a little baby in Radiant Garden,
Little Princess
later
girly.
Hollow Bastion.
Yes.
And so Riku and Kairi from childhood are already sort of chosen.
That's crazy.
And then I think there's a point where Aqua considers bequeathing to Sora, but then realizes that Terra's already sort of chosen Riku and doesn't want them to become rivals.
But instead, what Aqua does do instead is bequeath upon Sora the spirit of a sleeping boy.
Yeah. So,
And goes, how about you carry this in your chest for a while? Thank you.
So it turns out over the course of that game, Ventus is separated out into himself and like a dark shadow version, which looks exactly like Sora. It's a big whole thing.
Very scary.
And to solve that crisis, she kind of has to put Ventus into a magical sleep and leave his sleeping heart residing within Sora.
Yep. Which
And
is the first of the two boys inside that boy.
Yep.
And not the girl yet.
No, she comes later.
She comes later.
And so later, when Riku is supposed to have been given the Keyblade at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1, but his heart has weakened and sort of become open to darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm quoting Nomura in some interviews here, that in that moment when they were getting separated on Destiny Islands, Sora reached out and touched Riku's heart. And that combined with the fact that Ventus was already residing there and that was his full light because his darkness had been separated out, Riku's Keyblade jumped to Sora instead.
That...
I know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot going on there. So that's why Sora has a Keyblade.
That's incredible.
Well, but what's fascinating about that is like all of this lore built up, everyone has this bequeathal ceremony except for Sora.
Oh,
So-
it feels like winning on a technicality.
It does. It makes him feel more special than the others again.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because it's like against all odds, the boy got that blade. Yeah.
In
he
fact,
got that blade in him.
right. He goes through the entire game series having received that Keyblade in a way unique from all others.
All others. He's like an unregistered user.
Exactly.
He's not in the system.
And so we go through the game. Master Xehanort enacts his evil plan. He's trying to bring together 7 hearts of pure light and 13 hearts of pure darkness to reforge.
Which makes 20, which we all know is the most powerful number in Dungeons and Dragons. It all ties back to Dungeons and Dragons.
You're right.
I'm being dumb. Keep talking about things that you worked really hard on and researched and stuff.
I appreciate you. So he's trying to enact this thing to reforge sort of like the prototypical Keyblade. It's like the original, the Keyblade. It is called the Keyblade.
Yeah.
But when I say that, it doesn't communicate the fact that it's not Key blade. It's the Greek letter key blade,
Yes.
which looks like an X.
So it's the X blade,
It's the X blade, but it's the key blade.
It's very smart and makes all this. It makes so much sense.
For sure.
I love it.
Anyway, so this happens. He ends up doing it. You need that key blade to summon Kingdom Hearts, and Xehanort wants that. And Sora and all of his friends sort of, defeat the villain. And at the very end of Kingdom Hearts, spoiler for Kingdom Hearts 3, I guess, you fight Xehanort, you defeat him. You don't kill him. You just sort of convince him to lay down arms.
Which is popping off. It's so Sora.
It's so Sora. It's like, again, if you wanted to be friends, all you had to do was ask.
Oh, so good.
And in laying down his arms, Master Xehanort takes the key blade and hands it to Sora. At the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, which I will remind listeners is the 13th game in the series and the final game of Arc 1. He finally is bequeathed not just any Keyblade, but the original Keyblade.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's so cool. As you were so eloquently describing this tale to me, one of the things that I also think about a lot is like, it is so hard to make anything. And it's so brave and powerful and inspiring when anybody makes anything. And like to have made a series of games that have transcended 20 plus years, it will be 25 years in 2027, that are, again, like tee-hee-hee, plot so dumb. But like that's a really beautiful journey to track via the core signature weapon of your main character. Yeah. That it's like you earn your stripes, you earn your wings. And at the end of this first arc, you become what you were meant to be, is a really beautiful journey to track through the dopest weapon to ever be put to pixels.
I agree. I mean, I agree for sure.
That's awesome. That's so special.
Yeah.
As Kingdom Hearts fans, we over here at Simple and Clean know there's nothing more important in this or any world than the drip, the threads, the look, which is why we're thrilled that we've got the support of the amazing drip crafters over at Insert Coin sponsoring this episode. Insert Coin creates stylish, approachable, and size-inclusive apparel for so many of your favorite video game fandoms like Ace Attorney, Fallout, God of War, The Last of Us, and so many others. Based in Essex, just outside of London, everything Insert Coin makes is in partnership with the studios behind your favorite games. Right now, they're celebrating their 15th birthday, and with our promo code Simple and Clean, you can get 10% off your purchase and help support us while we yap about Sora's big shoes. Visit insertcoinclothing.com and use promo code Simple and Clean for 10% off. That's insertcoinclothing.com for 10% off. Okay, again, I'm taking a shot in the dark here, but I'm guessing if you listen to this podcast, you probably like mythology, folklore, fantasy. Did I guess correctly? I assume that I did. Well, I have a really fun podcast to tell you about if that's the case. Have you ever heard of Spirits? If not, let me tell you a little bit about it. Spirits is a boozy podcast about mythology, legends, and folklore. Every episode, co-hosts Julia and Amanda mix a drink and discuss a new story or character from a wide range of places, eras, and cultures. One of their most recent episodes features my boy Merlin, spellcaster extraordinaire, sword in the stone appreciator, and all-around magic educator to Sora, our favorite boy. But there's also lots of non-Kingdom Hearts related stuff, like their most recent episode, Wholesome Urban Legends, featuring Ronald Young Jr. as a guest. So if you're looking to learn brand new stories or enjoy some retellings of your favorite myths served over ice every week, you should go check out Spirits, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Also, I'm not going to tell you how many times I had to do retakes on this because I couldn't say spirits. You'll just have to guess. Hello. It is I, once again, coming to you live to let you know that the Simple and Clean podcast has a Patreon. If you head on over to Simple and Clean Pod on Patreon, you can get ad-free episodes of all the goodness, Sora, Olympus Coliseum, Keyblades, other stuff, and I am also thrilled to announce that we have our first few patrons. Woo! Megan Moon, JWX, The Queer Mess, and Forklift. And if you would like to join these fine four people in the final mix tier listening to ad-free versions of these episodes, you can head over to Simple and Clean Pod on Patreon and throw $5 directly at our faces digitally. But if you don't want to do that, that's also okay. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We really appreciate it.
The only sort of question that leaves up in the air at that point is like, so where'd they come from?
Where do they come from? Where do they come from? I think then, so Xehanort got the original Keyblade via forgery.
So it was quote unquote reforged by bringing together 7 hearts of pure light and 13 hearts of pure darkness.
Fascinating. So I guess then the Keyblades come from the conversation between the forces of light and the forces of darkness.
I don't think that's the case.
You don't think so? Where do you think they come from?
So I've done some research because I'm doing a book report on Keyblades today. So it turns out, according to the lore, only given to players in mobile games that were only available in Japan.
Incredible.
On cell phones.
They're the only ones who deserve it, honestly. That's dedication right there.
Truly. A lot of those games' plots were about the Keyblade War.
Right. This like seminal past thing that happened.
Right. So in the timeline of the main series of games, the Keyblade War is a thing that happened well in the past. All that fighting led to the existence of the Keyblade graveyard, and none of those wielders are around anymore. Mm-hmm. Master Xehanort's grand scheme is to kind of restart the Keyblade War or like have a second Keyblade War.
Oh, yeah, because the second war of something is always better and gooder than the first one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Boy, we probably should have worked on that Treaty of Versailles a little bit harder, shouldn't we? That's just what I think. Anyway. So the whole thing is that he's trying to start this Keyblade War again. And it's a thing that happened in the past that has been over, that has sort of led to the state of the world being this way. All of those like prequel mobile games that take place 300 years in the past center around the events that led to the first Keyblade War.
Huh. Okay.
What led to that was that originally there was just one world. In the Age of Fairy Tales, there were not multiple worlds. There was just the one world.
That had everything in it?
Had everything in it. And the light for that world was from Kingdom Hearts, the true Kingdom Hearts, the heart of the world.
Wow.
Not the heart of all worlds, but the heart of the world.
Wow.
And guarding Kingdom Hearts from corruption was its legendary weapon, the Keyblade. Again, Greek letter Keyblade.
The X version, yeah.
Yes. Which, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, looks like if you took two Kingdom Keys and sort of crossed them and then added some like magical filigree to make a big blade at the end.
It's really beautiful. It looks like, a big sword.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful, like, and striking.
But you do have to grab it at the point where the two handguards of the Kingdom Keys meet.
When
like not all
the two handguards meet in the center of all worlds.
That's the vibe.
Yes.
That's we're doing it. So originally there was one Kingdom Hearts and one Keyblade.
Cool.
And then this guy came along. And we don't know his name, actually. And we've never seen his face. In every appearance, this man is wearing one of those dark coats that all of the
Organization 13 members.
Organization 13, Riku wears one, Mickey wears one for a long time. Axel never really takes his off, even after he stops being Axel and starts being Leah or whatever.
I will say this. I feel mad. We were like, oh man, all the bitches get Keyblades. I'm like, all the bitches get jackets?
All the bitches get dark coats.
What the fuck? Where are all these jackets coming from?
So there's this guy in the Age of Fairy Tales wearing this dark coat with his hood up, and you never see his face, and you never learn his name, but he is referred to as the Master of Masters.
As all evil people kind of are.
Well, it's not clear that he's evil,
just
really.
a guy who's important.
He's definitely manipulative.
Yes.
But also, like, there are important characters that look up to him as a teacher and mentor the whole time.
Fair enough.
And I'm gonna spend so much time talking about the Master of Masters later. My goal in this moment is to spend as little time covering this man as possible, because I'm gonna do it later.
I live.
Basically, he wanted Kingdom Hearts for himself.
Okay.
Or he wanted access to Kingdom Hearts. And so he learned how to create sort of like weapons modeled after the original X-Blade, Keyblade, by extracting them from the hearts of his apprentices.
Oh, that sounds mean.
Yeah, so the Master of Masters is the guy who originally learned how individuals can have Keyblades.
Huh.
And so, like, anybody wielding a Keyblade, like, he's indirectly responsible for that.
I'm going to do a side tangent, but I promise it's relevant.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the anime, The Revolutionary Girl Utena?
Only because you mention it.
Okay. I mean, it's a beautiful anime. I believe it came out in like the late 80s, early 90s. But one of the things in that anime is there's a character called the Rose Bride, and she has a sword in her heart. And whoever is her fiance can pull that sword out of her chest and use it to fight.
Yeah.
But there's the Dark Rose arc, where other characters get corrupted to darkness, which in the context of Utena is like leaving innocence and becoming quote unquote mature, which is usually like becoming sexual in some context.
Classic.
And then they also get swords pulled out of their chests. And I think that's interesting that there's like that convention in a different form. And I don't know what the relation is, but it is this compelling idea of like, I'm going to extract this essence of a weapon from your chest, which is your heart area.
Yeah.
And I'm going to understand the principles of that as a potentially nefarious entity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting about when the Master of Masters does this is he's sort of giving it to his apprentices and telling them that they're the guardians of light. That, like, it is your job as Keyblade wielders to sort of live in the model of this one true Keyblade and protect Kingdom Hearts from having it be corrupted.
Interesting.
And then what the Master of Masters does is tells 5 different people that they are each individually responsible for protecting the light of Kingdom Hearts, and then manipulates them into fighting about how best to do that. So it's not
not love that.
So it's not that he says, you guys are the light and you guys are the darkness, and I've taught you both how to make weapons and you should fight. It's, you're all protectors, but each of you has a different reason for doing it. So another thing about the Master of Masters, again, so briefly, he has the ability to see the future. He writes this thing called the Book of Prophecies.
Okay.
And he tells his apprentices that he's going to give them each a copy of the Book of Prophecies, and then gives them copies that have different things written in them.
That's really fucked up. Okay.
It's really fucked up.
Really fucked up. Why is he doing that?
As of 2025 and the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, we do not know.
No!
We might find out in Kingdom Hearts 4 or even 5 or 6.
Oh,
Because the Master of
no.
Masters is prominently featured
In the trailer.
teaser for Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be the main villain.
And there's a voice actor who has made themselves known as having voiced that character.
Well,
at least in the English translation.
And yeah, so that's another thing. Ansem, Xehanort, Xemnas, all of these guys have grandiose voices. And they speak with such certainty.
Yeah.
And the Master of Masters just sounds like a guy. He's casual, he's flippant, and like that's an intentional directing choice.
I love that also because one of my favorite things in anything is a villain who's kind of like me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is a guy I get.
Yeah.
Like a guy who seems painfully normal.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's in some ways the scariest.
It's scary.
It's scary because you're like, that guy could be Sora.
Exactly.
That guy could be Riku. That guy could be anybody.
Ooh, the Master of Masters' future Sora is a great fan theory.
I think...
We're going to come back to that.
Yeah.
We can't... So the reason I'm bringing all this up is so basically this guy kicks off the Keyblade War so that the corruption of his Warriors of Light will bring out Kingdom Hearts.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And over the course of the war, hundreds die. The world gets shattered. Like, the world almost falls entirely into darkness, and only, if I'm remembering the lore correctly, let me search my brain, the light residing in the hearts of children keeps hope alive.
Cool.
And sort of
Sick.
And sort of creates the separated, shattered worlds of Kingdom Hearts, of the franchise.
That's such a beautiful tie-in to why all of the worlds are Disney.
Right. Because they're made of the innocence of children.
Is this game really smart?
Maybe.
I think it might be really smart, actually. I think it might be like really, really interesting.
And in so doing, in this Fall to Darkness, during the Keyblade War, the Keyblade, the original Keyblade, is shattered into 20 pieces.
20? Oh, and it's the 7 light, 13
dark. And that's
dark.
why it can only be reforged by 7 hearts of pure light and 13 hearts of pure darkness.
Okay.
Because obviously when you split something that's 20, you split into 7 and 13.
Well,
right?
I would make the argument that the reason why that is because 7, this exchange rate's delicious. 7 hearts of light is equivalent to 13 hearts of darkness because darkness is, I guess, quote unquote, of lesser value.
I would argue that directly contradicts the thing we talked about in the Sora episode where his friends were his power.
Yes, I agree with you there too. That, or if you put 7 things in a circle, you need more things to make a bigger circle around it. And so
that's so dumb.
I know. I love doing this podcast with you because I'm dumb and you're smart. And so I don't understand most stuff.
You're so smart about dumb things and I'm so dumb about smart things. Or the opposite.
Who's the Sora and who's the Riku of this podcast, would you say?
Great question. I think I'm Setzer from Twilight Town.
My God! I think I'm Vivi.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's so interesting. And yeah, the exchange rate, we're losing money on the deal. But I think the 7, I don't know why, but 7 and 13, 7 feels like a quote unquote light number and 13 feels like a quote unquote darkness number.
Yeah, I mean, and especially in the Western world, which is interesting because
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware,
They don't have the luckiness associations with 7 and 13 that we
they have
do.
They have different lucky
They have
numbers.
different
than us.
lucky numbers, but I think like again playing into this East meets West thing, which I think is coming up for me more and more that we talk about as clearly, I think, an intentional design decision.
Yeah.
7 is a quote unquote lucky number, and 13 is a quote unquote unlucky number in the West, and presumably in the canon of Disney. And so I think playing into that, there is something there. I don't know exactly what it is yet, but it's also interesting that like, why is the complete thing 20 pieces?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a good question. I wonder if like they only backed into 20 because there were 7 and 13.
Yeah.
It's unclear the order in which these things were conceived.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of fun too about it, because one of the things you discover when you start to work in game development is an extremely fluid development process. And things that you came up with early in development may need to change in late stage development. Like, you know, the more recent example that I can think of is like Baldur's Gate 3, where clearly a lot of time was put into Acts 1 and 2, and then presumably just because of scope and development timelines, Act 3 was developed presumably later and had to get patched a lot even after the game launched. And now I think across the board, everything feels pretty consistent. But I think like when you're developing a game and you're thinking about it both as a game and also as a story, certain things have to take priority, and then that makes certain things not relevant anymore. And then you have to kind of work against yourself in different ways to make things newly relevant or less relevant. There's a lot of like, it's kind of like you're turning volume dials up and down throughout the process of making a thing make sense.
Yeah, I do think there's a sense of that in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Especially because in Kingdom Hearts 3, they had set themselves up for this 7 and 13 conflict.
Yeah.
And then they were like, what was the 7 again?
Yeah.
Oh, it was those princesses from the first game. We gotta bring that back or something.
Yeah, and
they bring back the new 7 hearts, which is a different thing.
Which is a different thing, and the princesses are less relevant now, and there's technically 2 new princess additions to the Princess of Heart Pantheon in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Right, so Master Xehanort's sort of whole plan over the course of the games is to reforge the X-Blade, the Keyblade, and gain access to the true Kingdom Hearts again.
Yeah.
And so to do that, he develops 13 villainous versions of himself, which are sort of where Organization 13 comes from, and he needs to gather whoever holds those 7 lights, which originally were those princesses, and now is sort of like Kairi and some other bitches.
Yeah. Well, you know what's interesting too, is I was just thinking about this, is 13 as a Roman numeral is X and then 3 lines next to it. And it's kind of funny because the X blade is an X, or the Keyblade is an X, and then there's 3 lines next to it, being like the trios as a theme is very consistent across Arc 1 of Kingdom Hearts. There's several iconic trios: Sora, Riku, Kairi, Sora, Donald, Goofy.
Exclusively in that order.
Axel, Roxas, and Xion, and then Ventus, Aqua, and Terra.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just something I was thinking about.
I mean, listen, it's clear that Nomura loves edgy X names.
And a strong visual image.
Yeah.
And a belt and a zipper.
So that's kind of an overview of what Keyblades are about.
That's crazy.
And all of it ties back to this weird guy, the Master of Masters, and what the hell is he? Also, I didn't even cover the fact that the reason he can see in the future is because he makes his own Keyblade that has his eye in it, and then as it travels into the future, he can see through it.
That's
how he keeps tabs on what's happening in the future.
That rocks so hard, I can't even begin to comprehend it.
So the fact that there are Keyblade wielders at all is part of his master villain plan.
Yeah.
None of which has been revealed to us at this stage.
No. And I mean, I have the question, and I've had this question for a while, which is like, at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, you see into what you presume is quote unquote Kingdom Hearts.
Right.
And it looks pretty dark and spooky in there.
Yeah, they do say like, this is the door to Kingdom Hearts. And then later they kind of retcon it to being like, no, that's the door to the realm of darkness.
Yeah. Which is like, we have to seal that so that people don't go in there.
Yeah.
But it is odd because you're like, we're protecting this door, which, you know, according to the Master of Masters, is the quote unquote heart to all worlds, or the heart of this world, or whatever it is. But if that was never true, and instead it's like, you need to protect this realm of darkness, because presumably one could make the argument, hey, we've got this key that can unlock any door. We should probably like go into that door and kill the darkness inside because it's kind of bad that it exists there.
Yeah. I mean, there is some characters in the series do make the argument that like light and darkness must exist in balance.
They must exist
that you
in
can
balance.
never completely obliterate darkness.
Yeah.
Also, like, I think if I'm remembering correctly, and again, this was said in a game that only came out on mobile phones in Japan, so I don't even know. But I'm pretty sure in the first Keyblade War, when the original Keyblade was shattered into those 20 pieces, that was the only way to access Kingdom Hearts. And so without its access point, it's sort of like the true Kingdom Hearts did fall to darkness, the same way worlds fall to darkness later. So like the fact that everybody thinks that for some reason the door to the realm of darkness will lead them to Kingdom Hearts might not be entirely unfounded.
Yeah.
But who knows?
I have no idea. Damn.
We couldn't say because like 13 games and 20 years in, we're only at the beginnings of understanding why the Master of Masters would create legions of Keyblade wielders in the first place. We don't know. But the fact that the game goes out of its way to try to explain that Keyblades have an origin and then make that origin part of their ultimate villain's plot has to mean something.
That's so interesting because it recolors your relationship with this weapon that, you know, in many ways represents your way to progress, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the thing you literally need in order to fend off these forces of darkness. It's the only thing you as the player have in order to fend off these forces of darkness and protect yourself and your friends.
It's also the direct representation of the strength of your heart.
Yes. And yet it's a tool potentially for quote unquote nefarious purposes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be crazy.
I'm so excited. Oh my God.
Thank you for coming down this path with me where I dove into... It turns out the origins of this silly weapon are deeper than I imagined before I started looking into it.
That is so fascinating.
But I don't think we can end an episode about Keyblades without me asking, Mayanna, in the series... What are your 3 favorite Keyblade designs?
Thank you so much for asking. I have little screenshots. I am so excited.
And we're going to post these to social media once we, make our social medias.
Yes, of course. So I have my serious one, my aesthetics one, and my silly one.
Okay.
So I'll start with my aesthetics one, which is Stroke of Midnight.
Okay.
Which is a Keyblade you get in Birth by Sleep. It is themed after the iconic design of Cinderella's castle. Mm-hmm. It's like this long silver blade with a beautiful, almost like a snowflake sun as the end part, the spire of a castle as the tip, and the handguard is a combination of Cinderella's pumpkin carriage with a bunch of castle spires poking out. It's very lovely, and mechanically, I think it gives you some critical. Oh, it makes it more likely that you'll land a crit.
Oh, nice.
Which is really cute. My serious one is Oblivion.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, which is
iconic.
It's one of the most iconic, beautiful Keyblades in the original Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yep.
Makes a wonderful appearance in Kingdom Hearts 2 as one of Roxas's 2 Keyblades that he wields.
Yeah, when Roxas is sort of assuming his competency, his mastery of it, he wields 2 Keyblades. One is Oathkeeper, which is white and light and represents kind of goodness, and Oblivion. And Kairi, because the keychain of Oathkeeper is a charm that Kairi gives to Sora. Mm-hmm. And Oblivion, and seeing the light Keyblade and the dark Keyblade, and he's wielding them both.
It's a black crown keychain. The Oblivion Keyblade is predominantly all black with this almost dragon spinal hilt design.
Or a chain?
Yeah, a chain. And there's these black wings as the handguard with this gorgeous amethyst gemstone. The long part of the blade looks almost either a zipper or a gate.
Right.
The blade itself at the end looks like some kind of weird gorgeous filigreed window. It is intense and ominous, but also sophisticated and sexy.
It feels like the kind of adult version of a Keyblade.
Yeah, and when you find it in Kingdom Hearts 1, which is the first time it makes an appearance, it's right after you have had your like very intense second bout fight with Riku. One of the hardest fights in Kingdom Hearts 1. And then my silly one, because I have to do this or they make me take my cred card and put it away, is the Gullwing Keyblade, which is based on my favorite trio of girlies from Final Fantasy X-2, the Gullwings, who make an appearance in Kingdom Hearts 2 as three little like fairy demons.
Yeah.
They're so cute and dumb, and I love them so much. And it's like a chonky Keyblade. One of the things that's fun about the Keyblades is they have different reaches. Some Keyblades are very long, and some Keyblades are kind of shorter. And so this one's a little bit of a shorter, chonky boy. It's got this beautiful, like, orange, yellow gradient feather handguard. The, like, stem or the length of the blade has these adorable yellow ribbons. And the blade part itself is a full seagull. With a cute little eye, and the wing is the blade, and it's just so charming, and playful, and I love a playful vibe.
Seeing the Gullwings cameo in Kingdom Hearts
made me so happy.
I mean, it does make you go, should I play Final Fantasy X too?
And you should, is the thing. Have you played it yet?
I have only ever played like the beginning of it.
Okay, we should play that together too, maybe.
This might have to be a thing.
Oh my god. So those are my three. That's
a good pick. I wonder if it's because it's a good Keyblade for you, or if it's just because it's the Final Fantasy X-2 Keyblade.
It's like a fine Keyblade. It does all right, but I think that there's certain Keyblades that you get by just progressing through the story, and there's certain Keyblades you like earn.
Yeah, they're like side quests and
side
stuff.
quests, yeah. And like the Gullwing one, I think, is one you just kind of get from progressing through the plot. But it's so cute and fun, and I love Final Fantasy X-2 so much, and so to see the girlies and the fact that they got a blade is very nice.
Yeah.
So it makes me happy.
You are valid for liking a Keyblade for any reason.
Yay, thank you.
No problem.
Mischa, go for it.
Me? Oh, my top three. Okay.
Yes.
So I also have a silly one, a badass one, and like a peak one.
Hell yeah.
So I think my silly one is probably Pixie Petal.
I love Pixie Petal.
It's a Keyblade from Birth by Sleep. It's from Peter Pan World, and specifically it's like Tinkerbell themed.
It's Tinkerbell themed. It's like Shiraja themed too.
Yeah. And the hilt is like leaves and like little leaf pet. It looks like Tinkerbell's dress, and it grows out into like a shaft of like a lily plant, and the teeth are little white lilies.
Yeah.
And I have an affinity for that flower. My partner Erin also loves white lilies. I in high school I had like a series of drawings in my art class that was like lily fairies. And now I didn't even think of this at the time. I've loved this Keyblade for a long time, but also Mayanna, it does remind me about the time that you and me and Erin sat down and watched all the Tinkerbell movies in a row.
Oh my god, yes.
So that's just like, now it makes me think of you, and that's nice.
Yay.
So it's very cute. It's short. It's a magical Keyblade. Like it enhances your magic, but it's like nothing too huge to write home about mechanics wise. But it is very pretty and an aesthetic I truly enjoy.
So gorgeous.
My second pick is probably going to be Guardian Soul from Kingdom Hearts 2, which is the Keyblade you get after advancing far enough in Olympus Coliseum when you cement your bond with Auron, a character from Final Fantasy X, who is a dead warrior in the Olympus underworld.
And he has a very iconic, as do many Final Fantasy characters, an iconic sword design.
Yeah, it's an aesthetic, like he's wearing this like red coat with buckles, and he kind of always has like one arm up like a sling, and he just looks like such a badass. He's like, I don't even need this one arm to carry my big giant sword.
Yeah, he's just chilling. And, and he's got like these kind of very traditional inspired pieces and little symbols across all of his stuff. It's very, very cool.
It's like a deep red and like teal and dark blue aesthetic. And the Keyblade is so sick. It's got like a wide flat blade.
It's so thick.
Yeah. And the teeth look like monster teeth from Final Fantasy X.
Yes.
It looks like Sin.
Yes,
and
it does.
I just think it is so cool. The mechanics of it are really good. It's one of the strongest Keyblades that you can get by that point in the game. It's got huge strength and a good boost to magic. There are other video games that have come out since. There's like, you can pair any aesthetic power up with any of the mechanics that you've already, gotten.
Mhm.
And I think if that was the case in Kingdom Hearts 2, and I could swap out the mechanical abilities of the Keyblades I've gotten and just keep the aesthetics of Guardian Soul, I think I would.
Interesting.
I think it looks the most badass and the most Final Fantasy weapon-like of the Keyblades.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
And in my final pick
Yes, please.
for my favorite Keyblade,
Yes, please.
there's this Keyblade that happens when Sora and Riku come together
That happens.
in Dream Drop Distance and then also Kingdom Hearts 3, where like their Keyblades kind of combine and it turns into this like half darkness, half rainbow, stained glass, filigree aesthetic, and it's got 2 handles so they can each hold one.
So cute.
It's called the Combined Keyblade, but that's a bad name.
It's yeah.
They give other Keyblades cool names, and this one's just the Combined Keyblade. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. But it is so cool. It takes that bit of like putting Oathkeeper and Oblivion, the light and dark one, next to each other and puts them into one thing.
Yeah.
And also they make it gay.
It's so gay.
It's such a gay Keyblade.
It's really beautiful. I'm a big sucker for like stained glass.
Me too.
And the color swatched stained glass, it's like these radiant, beautiful rainbow colors and then these sort of teal, purple, blue, like almost aquatic, but it's clearly supposed to be like darkness inspired colors in harmony.
Well, and in Kingdom Hearts, there's a big tie between like falling to the depths in the realm of darkness.
Yes.
So like water and the depth of water does have relevance to darkness in the series.
Yes.
So that tracks.
Yes.
And the keychain on the Combined Keyblade is a Paopu fruit, which is the fruit that they share at Disney Islands.
Entwined.
And Sora's like, I'm going to share one with Kairi. And Riku's like, I'm going to share one with you, Sora.
Oh my God. I forgot about that.
Yep. And that's why Sora and Riku's my OTP.
I love that.
You don't see Sora and Kairi making a gay little Keyblade together with 2 handles.
So true, bestie. Although I haven't played Kairi's rhythm game for the Switch. So when I do,
we're going to have to play it only for this podcast.
I know. And I'm glad that I'm being forced to because I want to try.
Yeah. And also the cool thing about this Combined Keyblade is it only appears in dire moments in cutscenes. It is exclusive to climactic moments in a way that like other Keyblades are just around.
And I kind of love that. I think like, it's quote unquote frustrating when there's like a cool weapon that you can't actually for gameplay purposes access. But I think sometimes something is so special that it transcends to a different level where it's like, this is just the thing that needs to happen. Like, I don't know why I get a little essentially creeped out when people break into a game and like access areas that you're not supposed to access except for cutscenes, where they're like, I broke the game and now I can walk around this area that like wasn't built for me to be here. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know why. I can't quite put my finger on what creeps me out about it, but I'm like, I shouldn't see this.
I mean, it's a sense of like you broke the world.
Yeah.
Games are all about putting you in a world and immersing you in a space and in a world. And when you go out and break that, it makes you think, oh God, what if someone broke real life?
Yeah. Is that what it is maybe?
I don't know.
Ugh.
It's like an environmental uncanny valley.
Yeah, it's extremely uncanny to me because I'm like, if I was supposed to be here, they would have let me be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's why you never get to wield the coolest Keyblade in the games.
And I think that's okay. Some things are too slay.
True. Before we end this episode, should we say the worst Keyblade design?
Ooh, yeah, I guess we should. I feel bad. For me, it's Wishing Star.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really bad. Wishing Star is the Keyblade you get after you complete Monstro, a world in Kingdom Hearts 1. It's so bland.
Yeah.
Especially for... I mean, the Monstro world is definitely, it's pretty bare bones. You're inside the guts of a whale. Mm-hmm. So I'll let you decide what you think that is.
It's akin to the water temple in Zelda.
Yeah, it's blobby. It's blobby. But I think like the realm of Pinocchio, it's a beautiful movie. Mm-hmm. And especially there's a lot of lovely aesthetics to be drawn from Geppetto's Workshop and the Blue Fairy. Mm-hmm. And or the whaleness of it. And I think they kind of didn't do any of it.
They try to make like a Keyblade that looks like a wooden puppet of a Keyblade.
And also like a clock gear is the teeth.
Oh, right, because Geppetto does cuckoo clocks.
Yeah, because he makes clocks. Yeah, so it just feels incomplete in a way. And so that one is pretty, that one's pretty bad for me. What about you?
For me, I think it's probably a toss-up between Metal Chocobo.
Yeah, that one's...
Which is the Cloud Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts 1.
That one's pretty tough.
And it's just like a flat, rusty piece of metal.
It's really intense, and it kind of feels like a first draft.
It feels like my parents took me to a junkyard and said, yeah, go pick up whatever. That'll be your Keyblade. We'll take it home.
It also feels very low polygonal.
Yeah.
Like it's very, which maybe they're trying to do some kind of send up to Final Fantasy VII.
It looks like it's cut out of sheet metal.
Yes, it is. It's very industrial.
It doesn't look like an intentionally designed, crafted thing, which all of the other Keyblades do.
Yeah, and Fenrir, which is another Keyblade that kind of feels like a marriage between Leon and Clouds.
I think that's the Sephiroth Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Fenrir is, yeah. Fenrir is the Sephiroth exclusive Keyblade, but it feels closer. I guess, and it's kind of like Metal Chocobo is almost like it's knocking at the door of Fenrir. Like it's like it's teasing.
Well, so I had played Kingdom Hearts 2 after I had watched Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
A movie that's so important.
A movie sequel to Final Fantasy VII.
Which is so important.
Really?
I love it. Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I love it.
All right.
My God, I love it.
But in that, a large part of it is Cloud's driving around this motorcycle. And I think Fenrir is supposed to look like his motorcycle.
I think it's supposed to look like a combination of his... It's like... It's literally, it looks like a literal key from a literal car.
Right.
And then it's got some kind of metallic embellishments and the mummy wrappings a la Kingdom Hearts 1.
Right.
Yeah, again, it's very mechanical, it's very industrial, but it feels closer to something. Like, I think Keyblades, in general, when you look at them, there's at least 3 design elements going on.
Yeah.
And I feel like Metal Chocobo only has like 2.
Yeah. Well, and that's why it's a toss-up with Braveheart, Riku's Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts 3, which, again, it just looks like a car key.
It looks like a car key.
Not
it
even
doesn't
an
even
embellished
have any
car
colors.
key. Yeah, it's just a car key. Like, you went down to the local Mazda dealership and was like, can I get a replacement Keyblade?
Oof,
I lost the one and my car alarm keeps going off, you know?
It's so bland.
It's nothing.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Riku's design... I mean, we're going to talk about fits at a later time, but like Riku's design between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3, as is Sora's, there's this like subdued thing that starts to happen.
Be like an adulthood.
Yeah, quote unquote adulthood. But like, it like blends into his costume and his coloring in a way that I don't think is complimentary. It's almost just like it's hiding.
And I think that's really the crux of it, right? It's that Keyblades as a design element, as a lore element, are so like filled with personality.
Yeah.
They're emblematic of the people who wield them and the places you get them from.
Yes.
You can fit so much personality. And I think the 3 Keyblades that we've chosen as the worst are like where that fell flat or where that didn't really come through.
It just didn't come through. A big part of it too is color.
Yeah.
I think Keyblades are so aesthetically bombastic and so like exuberant, effervescent, vivacious.
Yeah.
They scream to be recognized and acknowledged.
Yes.
And even in the design of it, there is a little story happening on the blade itself. There's like these beautiful little connected pieces kind of winding together in these different ways. Did you draw yourself an OC Keyblade as a youth?
Not just one. I have a notebook full of them.
Oh my God. It's like designing your superhero suit.
It is. It's designing a Keyblade is like designing an original character. Like,
it really is.
It is a weapon that by its nature is emblematic of the personality of the person or the place.
It's an extension of yourself.
It's as storytelling focused as a character is.
Yeah.
And like that's why they're so cool. That's why they endure. That's why they have, I feel like, maybe broken containment about the Kingdom Hearts world.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about Disneyland?
I do want to talk about Disneyland. As we are recording this podcast, Disneyland has just started their 70th anniversary celebrations. They'll be going on for a calendar year. And the big item, which I'm desperate to get my hands on, is the key to the kingdom, a big key that you take to a bunch of places in Disneyland that have different keyholes.
Now, that's just Kingdom Hearts.
I know. I know. And their key design is the D of Disneyland, which is a very specific D as the handle.
I love a specific D.
I know, so specific. And then like the little teeth, and you put the teeth in the different little keyholes around Disneyland. And when you find all of them, the key opens and you get a little pin. And that's really cute. And they're random pins, so you don't know which one you're going to get. So the collectability is great. But one of the things I've been finding really interesting is recently, I would say like this year, Disney has really started embracing Kingdom Hearts in a way that I haven't seen them do as a brand in the last several years.
Right. And here they are at their like big anniversary event giving their patrons Keyblades.
Literally Keyblades. And I'm really excited for what that means, because I think for a long time, Kingdom Hearts felt like this thing that Disney was either like unsure of how to integrate into their branding, or was bashful about, or like
tolerated at best.
And it is a thing that Disney owns.
Yeah.
And it's like Disney has attempted to do video games in different iterations the whole time they've been a company, as most companies do. And Kingdom Hearts is a really successful video game thing. And so I'm excited to see, as we get our little breadcrumb information about Kingdom Hearts 4. I've been excited. Like they're doing a new stage show at Disneyland for the anniversary, and on the set there is a Keyblade in the background.
Whoa.
They don't like acknowledge it, but it's like a collection of all of Mickey's little things that he's collected over his 70 years, different kind of stuff. But it's very prominent. Recently, as they did their anniversary theatrical re-releases of the Goofy movie, they released a Lo-Fi Study Beats playlist featuring Max. And there are 2 little pieces of Kingdom Hearts Easter egg in the background.
Yeah.
I think there's like a sticker on Max's mug and like a poster in the background.
Yeah, there's like a poster of Twilight Town in the background.
Yeah, like, because one of the jokes that people have made is like, do you think Goofy came back from Kingdom Hearts and like told Max about all of the cool work trips he just went on? Like,
I've even seen fan art of like Sora's son, Max, and Webby from DuckTales as the new trio.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. So I think like the Keyblade is such a lovely piece of iconography that it symbolizes, again, like it's the literal weapon that you fight with. It's intrinsic to this cosmic conflict. It's just a cool thing.
Yeah, it's unique.
It's really unique.
It really sets Kingdom Hearts as a franchise apart. That like, there's a lot of anime games about combat, and there's a lot of Disney games where Disney character shows up, but there's only one series where you get a Keyblade.
Yeah.
And like the minute you say Keyblade, that's Kingdom Hearts.
That's Kingdom Hearts.
So I think in the end, that's what a Keyblade is.
Yeah, it's the symbol. More so than any other imagery is a symbol, the Keyblade is the symbol of what Kingdom Hearts is or feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And boy, it took us like over an hour, but that is all to say about a Keyblade. Thanks for coming along on this journey. I loved doing research for this episode.
I loved getting to hear about all of it.
I'm excited to do more research into weird esoteric stuff about this series, because there's so much of it.
I'm excited for you to talk about ships. Not ships from relationships, gummy ships.
Oh, gummy ships. I'm gonna do one about hearts. I'm gonna do one about data.
Can't wait.
Lore points are definitely a thing I'm so excited to cover more of on this show.
Me too.
But that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully by the time this comes out, we'll have social media and you can follow us there.
Yeah.
And hopefully by the time this comes out, we'll have a Patreon and you can follow us there.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear if anybody's listening to us talk. You don't have to. We'll keep talking anyway.
Yeah, we're going to keep talking.
But we just love to hear from you, and we'd love to love Kingdom Hearts with you.
Yeah.
So if you're loving it, let us know.
Please.
And until next time, thanks so much, and may your heart be your guiding key.
Yeah.